Yeah, it should.
Yeah, but
StreamYard.
everyone has that. You can change that. Yeah.
But I don't see any person waiting here. Was it closed, Finley? Was it closed? Wait. Where did you? Oh, now he spoiled everything. Now you spoil everything. I don't see live again. I only see Andy's studio. Okay. Where? Oh, okay. Okay. Now, bye bye. Good luck. Okay. Yeah. No, I have somebody on here. I have somebody on here. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me loud and clear, can you say something, please? Let's see if I'm really online. Try to use the StreamYard and also try to use the YouTube stream better. Give me a lot of problem today. Welcome to live stream. Okay, yes, I can. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted. Had some small difficulties setting it up today, but it's okay. We can manage the content. What do you guys want? A little bit of music to start with, because that song actually carries a lot, with what that is happening in Yabohanse. It carries a lot. It's like probably the composer, had something in mind or knew much about all the shenanigans happening in the village right there. So, and that's why we're here today. Okay. In the house today, I can see a Kung Fu Fanta. Welcome. Mambo Jambo, Island Girl, you're welcome. And Jenny Block. Oh, thank you for having time to show up even while you're sick. Nana, I think for now that's all we have for today. But let's hope some more people will come. But meanwhile, let me play you guys a little music just to keep you on.
For dollars, don't sell your dignity for dollars. Don't sell your morals for dollars. Don't sell your body for dollars. Don't sell your soul for views. You got to chase those crazy vultures with their gifts and donation out of the village. You got to chase those crazy vultures with their bad intention out the village. It's not all that glitter is gold. Protect the widows. Protect the young village girls. Protect the young village boys. Protect the village children. They who worship vanity and no love for humanity shall feel the pain again and again. The who worship silver and gold and dollar shall surely lose their soul. Yaboansi, I am praying.
Well, that's where we are. So let's get started, guys. It was just a warming up. So today, primarily, well, we all know what is trending in town right now. It's all about the Grandpa TG and Passy. Well, there's nothing really new. It's just about what a grandpa has been able to combine. The end goal is that this is what he was looking for, and he has succeeded in bringing the heads of brothers, sisters, jamming their heads together, and it speaks volume that a man of that age can descend to this level, bring the village down to its brink. I know, as a woman, well, when we talk like that, it may look like one is a feminist, but not really a feminist. But sometimes you also have to look at things in the other way. You have to also, take into consideration the motives, the drive. That's I'm talking in terms of Passy as a woman. As a mother of four, we know what it is to be able to put food on the table, even in the Western world, with 4 kids. It's never easy. So talk less of a small community like that. It's a little bit difficult, and it can also be heavy for a single mother, a young mother. And but all the same, who introduced this scam into the village? Because probably most of the villagers there, they had no knowledge that things like this really do exist, that through their nudity, they can make money out of it. But one man changed that story by importing Didism. I put it like that because there's nothing to hide again. It's Didism, it's part of Didism, whereby I want you. And if I don't have you, I intimidate you. That's what Didism is all about. And if I want you, it has to be in exchange for something. And you have to continue to remain that slave until I will have to be the one to lay you off. You cannot lay me off. So this is exactly what Didism means. This is exactly what it's sex tourism. That's true. That's true. Comfort. That is sex tourism. That's sex tourism. That's exactly how it came, because initially Kenge made a party, and he said, all my rich friends, everybody all over the world, they're coming. He talked about condom. You will meet loads and loads of girls. You will do this. You will do that. You have to be prepared and all that. So at the end, they came prepared because he is the passport bro. He belongs to this group. And with this group, when they meet, birds of the same feather, it's easier for them to navigate the ground. So he gave them the ground, the plantation ground, a fertile farmland ground. So it was just for them to do what they want to do. And nobody will be held responsible, because for him, it's a small place. They have the police in their pockets, and the local communities, probably even their village ahead, because we've talked about it for a long time, that why don't people involve the village ahead? At least let them come in and they try to stop all these shenanigans. But nothing has ever been heard about this village head. So we just don't know who they are, if they really exist, or they only exist in the part of the Kenges. So this is the problem that is brewing up in the village there. But I tell you one thing, in as much as they talk about Passy, I can understand that somebody brought that idea to her. Somebody would have pushed her into it. And I can understand that probably after several persuasion, we can see from the first videos, the videos that she released. Say, why can't you do it? Others are sending me the pictures. And also, let's not even forget the fact that even about that photo that he's talking about, whether Passy sent him the photos or not, we don't know. Whether it is an AI generated photo, we don't know. But technology has really gone far. But this man, Grandpa, has these lenses that can read, can make videos, can take pictures. So in my mind, I start thinking again, could it have been that he had this video on while he persuaded Passy to open up? Because it's probably after a lot of persuasion, and probably she would have discussed it with one or two friends, and they said, well, what can you do? Then it's going to stop the sponsorship. If it's just a one-time thing, oh, why don't you do it? But probably if it happened, then once you start round one, he wants round two, round three, round three. And I'm very sure he used his lenses to capture, to create those pictures, I'm very, very sure. If Passy continued to insist that she did not send him the pictures, then he would have captured that while in action. And with that, of course, he can store it and have evidence. So this is what we're saying. So the thing is that you never really can tell why. What was the real motive of him, a man of that age, coming out now to break into the circle in which Passy is encircled, his close allies, her close allies, close friends that she's been in touch with, she's been, telling a little bit of everything, because probably out of shame, she couldn't open up to them. Probably out of shame. Probably out of shame, she couldn't open up. There are things that you do and you know that it's not right. And even when you're under pressure, it's really difficult to say that. You just keep quiet and keep on with the flow. So I think probably this would have been what the situation that she had, the difficulty that she had not been able to come out. Because if you're able to come out, then you already know that you are probably your photo could have been there. Or, right, maybe he did or maybe he didn't. And how do I come up? Because these photos are something that will haunt her for the rest of her life, because the kids will grow up in that village. The kids will go to schools, They will have people in the village that, who will use that to bully them. So it's something, if the grandpa really had interest of these kids, the kid that he said he was sponsoring, whatever problem he would have had with Passy, could have said, no, I can't do this. This child can pass on like my grandchild. And if I have to do this, bring him to this exposure, bring the mother into this exposure, and tomorrow he grows up, how will it feel? So that means this man never had the interest of sponsoring this child. This child was just like a tool for him to get to the mother. So this is what I see here. Hello, guys. Okay, I use 1 minute to welcome the new people on board. Sonia, welcome. B2, you're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Camo, I see you. I sight you. Welcome. And Maria, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. Okay, let's keep talking. But whatever you feel you want to add, just type and I'll put it out here and we talk. Hello, Dr. Cherry. You're welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. So whatever you feel like adding, discussing, now everything is already out in the internet, in the YouTube. So what we're talking today is just about what that is already there, and bringing out the scenarios, the possibilities of how things it could have gone, not just only what we hear, because people also have to imagine what that really happened and why a certain group will need to betray a certain group. They were all friends. So I'm just so shocked and so surprised that these people all turn against this lady in this way without even thinking about the condition or whatever could have pushed her into that situation. But it is very clear that the grandpa insisted, keep on pushing and pushing until she fell into the net. Let's put it that way. I think that's what that really happened. She fell into the net, not by choice, but circumstantial situation, just for the kids, so to say. So, but another thing we also have to think, Passy is not really completely innocent, but we should not allow that to exonerate a pivot. A pivot is a pivot. And he's been into it for years. The threats, the way he tried to lure her into that position, into that situation, we also have to take that all into consideration. Whether Passy denied, he didn't come out to say he did this, it's like what that has been happening in the village. It's like what they all embraced, and it's like what their senior brother, they call him senior brother, the Kenge, introduced to them. So I think this is where the problem lies, because it's like he opened a new frontier in their life, a frontier that they had no knowledge things like this did exist, and they had no knowledge that it can also lead them to something bad, So managing it became a problem while the donations keep coming in. So their first impression was the money, you know, and for them, oh, so somebody can do just this small effort and make so much money. So this is just where the problem started. And, you know, he lured them. He made them understand the game, play the game in the other way. So I think this was what that really happened. And now giving up, he's now hands off and stay behind. And now planning, saying that when he comes back, he's going to get a license for, if you guys understand what I mean. So he's already prepared himself because he knows what he has committed. He knows how heavy what he has done is on the ground. He understands the whole game. And probably his grandpa friend is also advising him, do this, get them scared so that nobody will have to talk when you're coming back. So, but all by and large, I'm just wondering whether there are no people that could, you know, tell Passy what to do, because this is a bullism. It's a question of bullism. Because now, after dealing with her, spreading all the nudes among his own group, so now they try to penetrate into Passy's territory. They now send the nudes there now. And the funniest thing is that the people Passy is supposed to be very close with, good friends, they now turn against, bring out everything. I mean, it was so, I don't know, I never felt so slighted. I really thought about it, and I felt bad for her that she should go through this, irrespective of, she has her own part, she has her own part. But then what they're doing to her, it's not good, because they all join hand to penetrate her. It's like trying to finish her up, to close her up. And for who? Who is going to be the winner here? A pervert. Is this what they want in that community? Because that guy in America is supposed to go to jail. He's supposed to. He's done enough havoc. And what he's doing now, putting out those photos for a mother to a child that you were sponsoring, you're putting out the photos of the mother of that child. So the minor supposed to also be involved in this case too, because indirectly, he's against the minor too, because he chose the minor to sponsor. And with that sponsorship, you want the mother to become your bedmate or what have you. And whereby she said enough is enough. So maybe she would have allowed it for one time, once or so, and he would have used his glasses to record everything. He would have used his glasses, because he kept saying in that video, you lied a lot. You always lied. You always have something to say. You lied a lot. So he persuaded her a million times. I think she was under, it was a continuous persuasion. Come on, calling. You never call me. You don't call. And when I call, you're always giving me excuses. So I think a lot of persuasion could have caused, bring her, force her knees to get into it. But even then, else we really say, even then, Monique said, I would not call it turning again against her. Did she commit a crime? Passy is not a child. Yeah, it's not a child. It's that's true. But the way that the way that the friends, the people that she was extremely close with, she was always telling a little bit of a story. Inside her, it's possible she felt ashamed of what she had done, but to come out to start talking, man, we are all women, we are all human. It's difficult. It's different, So probably she wasn't able to do that. She thought about the whole scenario, and it was like, keeping the flow, remaining in the flow, day by day to see what happens. So I think that's the difficulty that she had there. So, but I think we should also think of there's a way how to, advise her to go about this, because the children will suffer at the end when they grow up. and this photo is out there, stored out there, and they use it against to bully the children while in school. It will be something extremely bad. So on that aspect, I'm a bit concerned in that manner because it's not something that should have happened. So Kevin said we must be real with ourselves. We all know the women who engaged in this age, all the profession of nudes and porn. Life is filled with choices. We all live with the outcome, whether positive or negative. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I said probably, well, she regretted it and probably it's too late. And well, it's not going to take her to heaven, even if she said, I'm sorry. It's not going to take her to heaven. That choice that she made will haunt her for the rest of her life. As far as the internet world is alive, because the kids, other kids, might use that to bully her kids. That's where my concern is. And that's why if the grandpa was really a cool-headed guy, responsible guy, then he's not supposed to have sent out those pictures. He's not supposed to be using that his special glasses to be taking nude pictures of the other women. So I think he used that glasses to do a lot of damage to most of the girls that they would have, because probably it was live. He was live. Okay, you don't send the photo. Okay, you stand here. Okay, stand here. Then with his braille, and they're showing him everything, and he's recording everything. So with that, and after that, he can print it out and put it in his computer. So I believe this is one scenario what that could have happened. We never know, but let's just hope that most of the other nudes that we saw didn't come from through that same fashion, you know, with the braille too, because there's a lot involved in this thing. And this man, probably this is not his first time. This man probably could have been doing this in his entire life. He could have done it too in some parts in Jamaica while going to Jamaica too. He could have done it to any other, you know, holiday resort areas that he goes to, and take a woman in and the video and film and capture everything and keep. So this is exactly where we are today. Let me read what Monica says. Passy is not the only widow with 4 kids and opens her married to the world. I cannot blame the reactors for bringing it to the street. Marwa and Cecil are passport. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's Marwa, the passport bro, that introduced this show into the village. It's just that he did not explain to them what that, you know, the positive and the negative part of it. So for them, I mean, they just go in because they quick money, easy money to build a house, to buy land. Yeah. And they said, you don't want to belong. We don't want to belong just like others. So all that could have played a lot of a role in the decision that the girls in the village did. And well, most of those pictures too showed the faces too of some other ladies too. So I think right now the grandpa has succeeded in turning the village upside down, turning each other against each other, you know, because right now, well, I know for survival mode, people will go every length to do a lot of things. People will go every, you know, to do a lot of things just to survive. Because there's poverty, there's abject poverty in the land. And the people think of first the stomach infrastructure. They have to eat and they do other things. Then now the latest in the village was like building houses, which was also good to live a decent life, you know, get out from mud and thatch houses, and they have modern brick and concrete houses. It was a good thing. So only that the way it went as introduced, powered by the Kenges and his family, because to every person that got that exposure, well, Kenge took his own part. He took his own commission. The family took his own commission. They tell them what to do, what to say. I was told, I remember Passy made that word, I was told do this, I was told do this. So with that, I could actually really evaluate a lot of things, and I said it's not really Passy what part he needed to explain. Yeah, let's see what Vimuelu. Passy note issues came when all the street's eyes were on her because of what she had been going through, and that is why the attention is very high. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She's been in the picture of everything going on, and it's been all about her kids on a daily basis, and probably even for her to recognize the people she was around with, to trust them was becoming a little bit difficult, to manage. So I don't believe she would have been able to, because I think even the guys that were really close to her, I think probably she did not trust them 100%. So she wouldn't even be surprised that they could go live straight away trying to bring her down. So that is really something very, very, that's something very, very, disappointing. It's disappointing because I felt slighted, like I was, Monique, some people are making her a victim when she made a poor decision. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because she's an adult. She's an adult. So that's why people will think that way. She's an adult. But we shouldn't forget, she's a village girl, barely can speak English, or probably to understand even English, to understand about this pornography, something that is, worldwide. But Kenge knew everything, understood everything. He's made money from it, from the videos that he made in Colombia. So he knows everything about it. So while bringing this saga into your village, you're supposed to consider, are these people really good enough to get on with this sort of situation? Because you have to prepare your mind for it in case it's not only positivity. It can, after effect can also be there, and it can also leave a scar, because whereby you have kids, they'll grow up to see those pictures. It will remain a permanent scar in their life. So let's see what Kung Fu said. The statement, there is one other profession than prostitution. It is carpentry. It's considered true, as psychologically evidence suggests that humans have been practicing a carpentry, shaping wood. Yeah, that's true. Every profession, it's a profession. Even in the Bible, when the disciples said they should stone, I've forgotten the name of that lady. Was it Mary or who? And Jesus asked them if there were none of them here that had ever, if any of them there that never did something wrong, that they should stone her. And yet nobody was able to, because it's part of the profession. It's a profession. And the only thing that there in that village, it was like something that spin them on a survival mode, because one way or the other, they need to survive. And one way or the other, the easiest what Kenge introduced to them. He introduced the fastest way to get rich and to get something achieved, and also taught them, educate them on how lies can secure these donations from the donators, because he has been using the same thing to control has been using the same thing to control his donators. So that's exactly what happened. Sonny Adventure said that David Ojame, I think his name is he is one sick man. Was he here on the chat? Kick him out. Kick all the bad eggs out. We don't need bad energy. We just need who we can, discuss something very interesting and serious. So Vimoli said, Kaven, you are right. Mora is the godfather of all this saga. Even his mom is a victim of the nude display. Yeah, the mom was there. They don't see anything wrong with it. And how eager the mom was to get a YouTube channel open for her. And she succeeded in having one. And she looked for views. And she knew that one of the ways to make get easy subscribers views was through the stream bathing. And she embraced it. So for them, it's nothing new. After all, the senior sister, after all, Dimongo started with that. And in every city that she travels to, she's still doing that. So for them, it's no big deal. So I'm wondering why Passy's on should be a big deal, why it should be something to be talked about in the whole village, you know. I don't really seem to understand. Said Abdul said, Monique, Passy is not smart. A smart person would stay away from all the saga, knowing her actions. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, let's see if she can figure out how to help herself, how to, you know, keep out of trouble, because it's not really easy, you know, navigating a life for another person's life. It's not really easy. Yeah, Steve E. Welcome to the house, Steve. I didn't even see you. Fatima, welcome to the house. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Fatima. Lovely lady. Okay, lovely lady. The story of Mary Magdalene. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Should apply after repentance, not while busy lying and receiving dirty money. Yeah, but now, well, the donation, probably if the donation is coming in, is for the kids to be able to go to school. But I would have advised her on a personal note that private schools, to most of us, public schools, most of us, we all went to public schools, and we succeeded in life one way or the other. You find great people that went to public schools. Imagine we had Kofi Annan that you know, rose to the rank of the United Nations Secretary General. You know, when I read his biography, how he walked kilometers to go to school, primary school, and walk back, sometimes barefooted, with the sun burning his feet and all that. So you can see that even public schools, if you're really serious, you can always succeed. So the quest for continuing to go to the private school in which all this saga started, I think she should shed that away from her brain and put the children back to public schools and follow them up with homework, and until they're of age to go to secondary schools, then you know that they're going to on boarding school. But we shouldn't rule out where they came from, how it all started, you know, because when you don't have, you don't have, so that you wouldn't run into this kind of a problem anymore. So that's where we are today. So Shiny, welcome to the house. Okay, I read what you write. I just hope those who leaked those notes were not paid by Cecil to leak them, because they would be the worst traitors. I would not take such dirty money. It's something that has really been in my mind. And I believe probably monetary reward is attached to this betrayal. I think so. I think so. This man is just out to destroy Passy. That's it. He's out to destroy, not even taking into consideration about the kids. The kids, a child that you wanted to help in life, and now you're throwing the mother under the bus just because she refused. Even if she had accepted the encounter before, maybe get to a point she said, hell no, you're disturbing me every day for the same thing. He has a wife in the house. Why couldn't he do it with his wife? Why couldn't he do it with his wife? And this man is so selfish. We should also look at that part. If he's not selfish, why would you attach the sponsorship with the nude, with the SEX? Because he made it as a condition. You don't do it for me, then I will stop. So this man is a complete pivot. He was never there for the interest of the child. That is why he doesn't care if he throws her under the bus right in front of the child, a child that you claim that you wanted to help. So this is where all the problems are. Now I read what Fer says. You all act like these reactions and comments don't influence what's going on there. If the videos and comments stop, so the words and the whole conversation about it. Yeah, that's it, bro. So, but The story needs to be told. There's always the first part, the second part, and the third part. The first part is whoever comes out first with the story, and the second is like, defending, and the third part, is for the public, for the public judgment. So that's exactly what it is. So, but it's okay. We'll manage the situation as much as we can. Vico, exactly. Sexual was never interested. Sex sale, yeah, was never interested in truly elevating Passy. Saxeo wanted his pound of flesh for his small US dollar donation money. Yeah, because he knows that in US he will pay more. Whereas in African setting, that money was almost nothing for him. So that's why he took on that. That's why he took on Passy, and he knew that, yeah, the game is on, and I'm here. And if you don't agree, now I have to call the space. That's just like, his famous word that he said. This is, he said, if you guys can remember when he said nobody directed his part. It's like nobody directed that. Nobody directed his part. That this was his space. So he knows exactly what he's doing. So Kung Fu said, I believe those news were sent to those men in Yabohanse to get them in trouble, thinking they won't be responsible enough to not share them. Section 37 in Kenyan law calls it a crime to do so. Yeah, I think so, because he himself did not bring it straight out on his channel. He could have done that on his channel, but because he knows the law will be against him, so that's why he used the back door to push it out, to people that wouldn't think well, because there's only somebody that can't reflect well that will be able to bring out a nude something, so that let the pictures go around. So, but I understand that these photos have been going around for a while right now. It's been going around, and it's just that at the end they see that it wasn't making much force. Then they send it to the Goliath's mouth, and it finally came to bear. So, but all the same, let's hope that Passy will know exactly what to do, because like this, he's trying to ruin her life and that of the children involved here. And those kids, they need a little bit of peace. We all know, we are all women. We know what it is. We know exactly what it is to raise a single mother of 4. It's not easy. We know what it is. Steve E. TT Grandpa was really hot because he was a low-rank bidder compared to the other unseen highest bidder. That's just where I was trying to go to. Because when he heard of this 4,000 US, there's somebody, then he realizes that his own 100 or 50 was almost nothing, So, and upon that, he said, I told him, no, I don't want conditional sponsorship. I think they really hit on him. But then he had paid commission already. So I believe those commissions too could have also, play a part in hurting his massive ego. But he's got to shed it. There's no two ways about it. The way it's going, if he doesn't go away quietly, probably one day somebody in the capital, some journalists will be able to carry this story, and it will get to the American consulate. At least they have all intelligence department in every consulate all over the world. Every country has that can handle this, because this is what should I say, tourism. This is sex tourism, yeah, whereby you go to another country to commit a crime, and I think Kenya and US, they have that pact against this child abuse molestation. Well, it's in the United Nations Charter. So every country that is a participatory member, can also have the right to, to come against whoever come in as a pivot to destabilize the situation. And so far, so good. This is exactly what he has succeeded to do, because right now he has already destabilized the place. You know, making brothers fight brothers, making sisters fight sisters. You know, divide and rule. The trust is no more there. They are just helpless. It's just their boss. They are waiting for the boss to come back, the Kenge, because he initiated this scenario. And probably for the Kenge, now he's prepared himself. When he comes back, he's going to get a. So he already knows what he has combined and what could be the outcome. I think this is the scenario where we are right now. So let's hope it wouldn't get that bad. But let's also be able to talk to see if Passy too can be able to help herself, apart from waiting for donors to continue from where Mr. Sexfields stopped about the kids. We should be able to put the kids back to public schools. And all of them in the village, they can get them and all that. And they all went to the public schools there, and after that they could go to the university. So I think Passy should direct her, should direct her mind towards that, I think the earlier the better. That can help her, because very soon schools will resume, and there's not much again to, really talk about again, because the guy has declared a war against her, has used her village people too against her, and who knows what else he has in his gloves, because now it's like we're in a boxing arena. It's like in a boxing arena. Today this story, tomorrow next story. Nobody knows what's the outcome is going to come, what's really going to happen. So, but we just hope it can get better. And let's see. Hello, Anne. Welcome to the house. Welcome, Anne. Shiny, I had said welcome. Okay. So, Monique, they would be back together in the village. Yeah, they would be back together in the village. No, Monique, what did you say? Did you say the TTG grandpa will come back with Kenge to the village? Is that what you mean? Exactly. Monique. You think so, Camo? Do you think so? Exactly. Well, let's see if he will have the guts to come back to that village after what he has done. Let's see if he will have the guts. And if he decides to do that, then he should also be prepared to go with all the reactors that he had sent the letter, the cease and desist letter. He should also be prepared to go with them to court. The court will also be happy to have a direct evidence from him, because that is what it is. You don't need to stay far away fighting. You have to be present. Present yourself before the rule of law, and see where it goes from there. And let's see if he can be exonerated with all the evidences that Passy also had on him. And at this point, I want to believe that probably Passy also had some nude cucumber photos of him. But everything depends on her, if she decides to bring it out, or if she wants to send it out through other corridors, just the same way he has sent his own out through other corridors, not directly through his channel. Because everything is possible. She can also do that, at least to exonerate herself a little bit. But even then, the damage has been done. So Kevin said, Vico, private schools in the village, school fees is not so expensive as Passy makes it out to be. Please note that schools can increase school fees for sponsors to pay. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because villages like that, I don't think it should cost much. It shouldn't. Because instead of going through all this looking for the sponsorship, whereby this one from a grandpa has failed, and she has to go through all this trash, then I think she should consider taking them back to the public schools. And after school, then probably she can help them with the homework, or have somebody around that is learned that can guide them, take them up a little bit to the level that they're supposed to be. We all went through public schools, and we're all doing well. There was nothing wrong by then. So that's exactly where it is. Cut your coat according to your size. That's exactly what it is. So Fev said, let's see what Fev said. These videos are now being regurgitated. I don't understand how those for Passy are helping by regurgitation. The expose has happened now. What to talk about? Yeah, it has happened. It has happened. There's not much, to talk about anymore. I do not know what was his aim of sending out the pictures. Now that the pictures are now, what else does he want? Is he going to go away from her life and the life of her kids and at least let them breathe? That's the question that we should be asking him now. He has done his worst. He has brought out the photos that he would have taken with his lenses. So what else does he want from her? Or what else does he want from the reactors that he had sue and ask them to take down those videos? Whereas he has done the same thing too by sending out these nude pictures through the corridors of their own group. He knows that it's wrong for him to even to put it in his own YouTube channel. That's why he's sending it around through the back corridors, just for her to be mocked at. What is he really achieving? What has he achieved? I think he hasn't achieved nothing. He's only make a mess of himself. He should be ashamed of himself because he's one person that I don't know. But I think, well, Passy, they should think about it. If there's any journalists out there in Nairobi, in the capital, that they handle cases like this, they should bring it out in the national TV. If it has to go from there, then we will then he will really understand that Africa is not that stupid, because I think he's just looking at all Africans as being stupid. I think that's the way it is. So Monique said, Monique, you would be surprised what a narcissist does to reclaim their sainthood. Saxio will definitely be back in Yabohante village. Oh, come on, Kevin, please. Don't even think of it. Don't even think of it, please. If he comes back now, what will happen again? My God, we don't know. Because if he goes scot-free with this and he comes back to that village or any other village, it could be worse. So it's better he shouldn't come back. It's better the Kenyan embassy in Washington should be informed that they should revoke his visa if it hasn't expired. It depends, maybe he had a 2-year visa or 3-year visa. They should revoke it immediately. So somebody needs to guide a Passy on all this. Yeah, because there's a sexual molestation here, exploitation, sex tourism here. And it depends when he filled the form for the visa, what was his motive for coming to Kenya? That also has to be taken into consideration. Did he have a particular person he was coming to visit, or was he coming on a tourism visa? And that tourism visa, did that tourism visa include what he's doing right now to the villagers? No. So Monique said, later, for once, there was no crime committed. Cecil didn't commit a crime by begging like a dog for pom-pom. Passy didn't commit a crime for releasing his voice begging. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but the only thing is that, you have the kids. That's their mother, the photo of their mother all over internet. And they will grow up. Their friends, even in the school, can use it to bully them. So whereby the kids are there, that's where I'm a little bit, that's where I'm a little bit, a little bit disappointed, because the kids will always feel it. Yeah, exactly, Jenny Block. Exactly, 100%. Yeah, that's the problem with the kids. They'll be there to see this. It's not really good for them, growing up, because it will be there. I have called the embassy before in Washington, and they told me to contact the police in Kenya. You see, that's the problem. That's the problem. And when you contact the police in Kenya, if you go to the headquarters, maybe they tell you, go to their local, their provincial police, and you get there, and they buy them off. And when they buy them off, then nothing happens. So the weak will continue to suffer, to remain used by the strong ones. So this is exactly what that is happening in that village, because they are completely on a survival mode. They live off survival mode. So with that, it's difficult to do anything. Everything they say, no, I don't have money, or those people are rich, or I don't have money, I don't want them to take me to the police. Every time, everything they said, no, you know they are rich, I don't want problem. So this is the situation, because Kenge had even said that with $1, $2 in their village, you can buy anything, anybody. That anything you want, you can get it at will without any problem. So that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. Okay, Dr. Cheryl said, Calvin, he can only go to the village in a wheelchair. Who is going to push him? Amora. No, when it gets to that level, Mora will say, sorry, I'm not here to babysit for you. I want to enjoy my life first. So to push him, he's never going to do that. Hello, AM Carol. Welcome to the house. Welcome to the house. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. So, and who said so? Angelic? Monique, only thing is that posting notes may be against the law in Kenya. Yeah, that's true. It's against the law. It's everywhere. You know, it's everywhere. You just can't go on posting people's nude pictures. Even the porno websites too, it's illegal too. But people still operate it because through websites like that, loads and loads of activities do happen behind the scene, because sometimes they result in they want to meet. And where they make appointment, you never know how that appointment will end. Sometimes it becomes just a one-way ticket, no return ticket. And you guys understand what I mean. It's just like when Grandpa invited Passy to Nairobi. He will send only transport one way. And the return, if she were to get there, and he said, do this, do this, do this, and she said, no, I'm not doing it, can push her out on the street. And how would she have been able to come back alone? Or there could have been a scuffle. And some scuffles like that, when it's tense, you understand what it can result to. And at that point, the family, the children, nobody knew where she went to, because he had instructed her not to tell anybody where she was going to. So it could have been maybe one-way trip. The return, nobody knew what could have happened. So Kevin said, because David Jr. tried that scare tactics on Max 1 last year with effect. Yeah, that's true. He deleted the videos as he was premiering it. Yeah, that's true. You know, it's I don't know. If, I mean, a man to man. Why can't you fight a man? Why must you try to fight a man with this one? So that means you are not really a man. So that's when he goes making noise, that he's going to come back. When he come back, he said, not only one, I get a license. Not only one, maybe 2 or 3 or 5. They never issue anything like that, 5 to 1 individual, never. Only one. Only one. And some countries have their law. It depends on the one that they give, maybe the small long one or the very small short one, but just one. Why would you have 2 or 3? Who is he? So he's just making noise, maybe to scare his own people, because for him, he understands their strength. He knows their vulnerability, how to manage them. But I think most of them are becoming wiser now. They understand the game, and everybody wants to continue going ahead. Okay, now, what did Kamo said? Shani, I agree. Someday he must stop. Yeah, somebody has to stop him. You know, somebody has to stop him. The awareness is out there right now. Before, they didn't know nothing. They didn't know they are right. But now, since most of them are on YouTube, they watch both negative and the positive. The intelligent reactors too. So they see what's going on, and they should be able to know their right to take, to claim their right, defend their right. So one day they should be able to question him. Is this what you've been doing to us? Because the law says you are not supposed to do this to us. So that is just what we have right now. Robin Miller, welcome to the show. Robin, hello. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. Angela. So Cece send the photos to Zach, and Zach send them to. Well, it could have been like that because I think on Zach their side, I think they would have had those photos for a long time, rolling in their group, rolling on their group. But they all know the consequence of putting it out on the net. They all know that consequence. So that's why none of them tried it. The grandpa didn't try it himself. He knows the consequence. So that's why he sent it to his own loyalist group. But even the people he call loyalist group, they're just there to milk him, to milk the dollars, and that's it. There's no real love there. It's just to milk him. So from that group now, probably they saw that probably grandpa noticed that they couldn't do anything. It wasn't on the net. Why is it taking so time? Why is it taking so much time? Then they now push it to people close to her, hoping these ones will just put it out there in the net. So I think this was the scenario. I'm just assuming allegedly, probably this was what that could have happened, But we see how it happens. So hello, Melanie. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. And I also see Jetty podcast. Welcome, Jetty. Zach admitted that he had them. Now he deleted that post. You see? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. They took it because probably grandpa thought that they could send it out there. But grandpa waited and waited. They didn't see them send it out there on the net. And they would have milked him of his dollar too. They said, don't worry, send it to us. We know what to do. So he waited nothing. Then at the end, they start pushing it to the intelligent reactors. And these are the same intelligent reactors that you said you gave them cease and desist. And you're pushing this out to them so that they can be the one to put it out. Then tomorrow you'll come back to accuse them again. Because this is all tactics. This man is using tactics. He's trying to bring everybody, to jam everybody into this problem and to say, oh, I'm not the one that sent it. Oh, the pictures were already there. But that his camera, his lenses could have recorded, probably not only Passy's own, other women's own, could have recorded a lot. Because I'm just wondering where his wife was that he's doing all this. Because it's probably this is not the first place he's done this. So we can also imagine if he was allowed, if he had the opportunity to build that 4-square block that he said for children after school, when they come back, they come to bath. So he would have put all the cameras there, pick all their photos, and sell it. It's a pity because right now, probably it's too late. Most of the pictures of all the young girls, young boys in Yabohanse are now in the international websites, courtesy of the VVIPs of Marwa. This is what he introduced into his village. And I hope he knows what he has done. And that with time, it will live with him for the rest of his life. The damage is just too colossal. Yeah, Shiny said, blessed. Honestly, if Passy was in advanced world, Cecil and anyone who had and circulating, this mess would be in trouble. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, he had, he really, really studied the whole situation, studied the village, because I remembered when they asked him, what he said, we look around and we saw that this village was really the village that was in need for this project. And that is why we choose this village. So it's like he saw that village, the people there, the people that he can manipulate, that there was a sort of abject poverty there. I don't want to call them poor, but in his mind, allegedly, I think that's how he saw them. That's why he said, we choose this place among all the places that we checked, and we knew this was the place. So that's exactly what that really happening. But what can we do? What can we do? It's terrible. Enes, see you. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the chat, Enes. So that's exactly what that is happening. We just hope the situation can change. Come on, those pictures and videos were done in 2023. Really? Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought it was something recent. 2023, but he was in Kenya 2023 with the wife then. So how could he have done that? 2023. Wow. Well, we never know. It gets story keep coming in every day, and yeah. Okay, because I don't hear an apology. Yeah. But who is going to apologize to who, Angela? Men in that village are wicked and betrayers, starting from Kenge. Yeah, he really betrayed the villagers, and that's what they're going through. I think when they wake up this time, they will embrace the fact that they were being played on, and that how much Kenge had used them. So, but the Passy situation, let's be frank, opened a new frontier about this situation. Because without Passy's situation, without her refusal, if she had accepted in the beginning, I don't know, allegedly, then in the middle of it, she wanted out, then Grandpa said, no, you can't go out. If you go out, I stop. Okay. And even when I stop, I go after you. I go shooting your leg. So if this hadn't happened, who knows how long this could have continued? Nobody would have known. We would have only continued to see new buildings, new houses, men and women. We would have continued to see that. So the ones that don't have it will say, hey, these guys are lazy. Look at your mates are building and you are not building. So that's exactly what happened. Kevin, exactly. They are following us. That question, did you do it with Passy? Oh, dear Bono, it's something else. Something else. Well, Kevin, come on, it was one of Maro's friend who told Black Beauty that Passy has a child with Marwa. Really? Everything is plot and scripted. Wow. Incredible. Sometimes you hear things in the street that you don't even know how far. Anyway, there was a time actually, that was rumored. I think that's why Moss asked Kenge, are you the father of, or are you are you sleeping with Passy, or are you the father of Passy's child? Yeah. So that rumors has always been there. Probably that's why Moss asked that question that time, and because before any when you find things like that coming up, then it's something that has been widely talked about, and speculations sometimes can be real and sometimes not real. So that's exactly what happened. Let's see what Shiny said. Shiny said, okay, B2 exactly. And when Masubo wanted to expose the filth in that village, they came for him. That's true. They came for him full time. I remember that time. The heat was so much. They arrested him too. They took his phone, and it was just too much. But then, what can we do? Andrew, welcome, Andrew. Welcome, Andrew, to the house. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. Then we have yep, Monique. Kevin, yes, Marwa is the mastermind. Yeah, he's the mastermind of everything. What we have today, that's going on there today, he's the mastermind. Without him, that village probably was a very peaceful village, a place that people could coexist with the little that they had. But he showed them, he told them how to lie. He indoctrinated lies into their brain on how to scam Donatus, how to be able to extract money from Donatus. But now Donatus too, they should be awake, because obviously they wake up to read through all these things. They're supposed to know exactly this is not going anywhere. Then I have been scammed. So I see what Angela Wright come for. True, but Senso not to be blamed for all the decisions these grown people made. They could have said no. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Individuals should be able to take responsibility for whatever, things that, they step into. The only thing here is that the level of education. Some the level of education is very low, and there's some even to have internet and all that. They had not much idea until the YouTube world came into them, and they knew how they can, get an internet connection, get data bundle enough to be able to watch others, subscribe, and do their YouTube stuff and all that. So sometimes, can get speed up that development in their brain, and they were not prepared for it. So they were taken unawares. So with that, it brings a lot of confusion into their lives. So I think that's what happened. Now, Angela, do these villagers know that they can get donations without news being sent around? What they meant? Yeah, probably they don't have an idea, because the way they were being indoctrinated by their boss was that anything goes. If they ask you for this, why not do it? Go ahead, because for him, it's nothing. For him, it's nothing. He's been selling nude from Colombia for a while. And with that, as his friend said, Ponte said that he made a lot of money from it every month, that he was making a lot of money, even up to 10,000 or so a month. So 10,000 US, I mean. So Cheryl, let's see what Dr. Cheryl said. Because respect, the question is, who stands to lose the most when Sexil's vendetta with Passy ends? Yeah, that's a good question, Cheryl. I'm still wondering, because that's why I said, after all these shenanigans, what does Cecil stand to achieve? Because he must have a reason for doing this. And when is he going to end this? And when he ends it, what has he achieved at the end? So the vendetta is there against Patsy for that refusal, for just saying no. The vendetta is there. It hurts him. It hurts his massive ego. But is Patsy the only woman that really attracted him? Because even while in Nairobi, there are lots of girls in Nairobi that he could have had something to do with. And apart from that, others even in the village, why must it be that Passy? Why must it be Passy? That's the question that I keep asking. Why that obsession about her? I think he was obsessed. He was obsessed with her. I think so. Because without that, then what really, he doesn't even remember that there's a kid in between here. And this is a child that you love to support. So you should even take the kid into consideration first. Whatever I do to this lady, well, it will hurt back to this child that I was trying to support. But anyway, at the end of it, he said, if you don't give me what I want, then I cannot support the child. So that means he wasn't there in the first place for the child. He wasn't there for real sponsorship. He was there on a sex tourism. Let's put things straight. And that sex tourism has taken a new path in the lives of people, in the lives of the villagers. Brothers are fighting, setting brothers against brothers, setting sisters against sisters. The trust line is broken, and all in the name of this small, how much dollar that he gave. But then somebody else gave something bigger, 4,000 US. Then he now realizes that he was just a little fly, a butterfly. Kevin said, the Cherry Passy stands to lose the most, her dignity and the respect of her growing children, especially her 3 sons. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I feel for the kids. We know how it is in the village, that they can use that to mock you once, because now, since the YouTube is very popular in the village, so most kids will get access to it. They will watch it, and they can go there. They go outside playing, and one small child say, "Hey, your mother that did this." Yeah, it's out there. So the TTG destroyed the whole system completely. He did the unthinkable. China, exactly. We can expect anything from the Kenges. Yeah, that's true. That's how they are. We can't expect anything from them. Angela, exactly. That's exactly. Melanie, hey, B2. I see you. I sight you. Melanie, the fellow, what he taught them from his masterclass, all because of greed. Yeah, there was really no masterclass. It was just a scam, another scam taken to another level. There was no masterclass there. If they were, then what is the result? What have we seen now? How to scam? Is this the result of the master class? No. So I'm also wondering how students from is it Winston University? What do you call it in Kingston? Is it Kingston or University in America that came? What did they come to study about Kenge, about the village? Don't they make research into the internet to see what's happening? That they should send students there to learn about what? About all this. Well, I don't know, because for Kenge, he's happy with it. That makes one of his, that adds to his CV, a good one, that he's so good. He's a very kind man. He gave his villagers everything. And that is why even the University of, is it Princeton? Is it Princeton University? Something like that. They even came, they sent students to come and see how he has changed the landscape, the lives in their village. And this is what we are seeing. I wish they can see these videos. I'm praying they should be able to see the video. So Angela said when Marwa said the two adults and he has nothing to do with it, I knew it was bad. Yeah, it's true, because he's trying to exonerate himself. He's trying to get out of it, and he knew he can get worse. And another thing, that's why I keep asking, how did this man come to Kenya? With what type of visa was he allowed into Kenya? So probably, maybe he used a visitor's visa to come on his own. Only if he had Marwa address that he was visiting Marwa, then Marwa can have a problem. But if he came in as a tourist, then that tourism has turned to sex tourism, and that's it. So that's it's only on that angle that we can really, ask questions that if his visa is still valid, because sometimes they give them 2 or 3 years visa, then somebody should be able to write the embassy Washington to revoke the visa. They should be able to revoke, send out all these stuff that is happening here and let the embassy know exactly, so that he doesn't ever, and they put him on a blacklist, so he doesn't ever need to come to any African country under the African Union. It's a bad, rotten egg. Angela, exactly. Marwa set the stage to release himself from accountability and then to launch an all-out attack on Passy using the same reactor who stood with her when she exposed what was going on. That's true. Kenge always have his own way. He always have a backup plan. And for him, he has the village in his tips. He can command from wherever he is. So for him, it's like, even while in Argentina, he can continue to rule over Nyabohanse. So that is the problem. That's the problem, He allowed it. In fact, he directed them, send it to this guy, send it to this one. Give them a few trash, and that's it. And the story will be out there. Because if not, why didn't Zach and his group, why didn't they bring it out on their own channel? They wouldn't. They know the consequence. They know exactly what they're doing. So that's why they refuse to. So yeah, Princeton University, Princeton. Yeah, I doubt the Princeton nonsense. University nonsense. They said the guy was from the village who went with the folks. Yeah, Princeton University, they said. So I'm still wondering, how come? What happened? I hope Princeton University coming to see what? Yeah, Vico, nobody sends the Princeton students to Kenge. A proof from that village. A prof from that village decided to have the students who were on a school trip to pass by Kenge. Princeton never sent students to the swamp. Hey, that's true. That's true. So it was just a promotion for, for Kenge, just for him to have something to say. And I think, even Argentina Longnose will also have something to show his parents and said, you see, my husband is well recognized all over the world. Look at all over the world, even the party they came. Look at even students from this university, just to talk big. So good luck to them. It's good. Hey, Check Choma, you're welcome to the house. Check Choma. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the show. Totally agree. The Kenyan embassy in the US should be made aware of the crimes he has committed, specifically revenge. Yeah, that's what Kung Fu just said, that They have written to the Kenyan embassy there, and they said that they should revolve to the local police. But the local police, you tell them, they won't do nothing. And probably you go to the federal police from the capital. Maybe from there they can, send signal to their local police. And they get here, then they can guess. They'll use some few small dollars to buy them over. So it's a huge blow, when you fight and you see that the fight is not going anywhere, and you still remain on the same position, talking and talking. So that's where we are. But I just hope some newspapers, some bigger channels, YouTube channels, like what do you call that lady in Nairobi, Ngungu, something Ngungu, knows about this and carry up this story. Probably if it takes a national awareness, something should be done. But these people should really be banned from coming. Any person, people like this, whoever had a visa before, their visa should be revoked. They must really have a solid reason for coming back. If there are people whose feet have touched that village and involved in this thing one way or the other, the visa should be revoked. But somebody has to get that message across to the Kenyan embassy in Washington to do the needful. So Dr. Cheryl said, Carmen, is it just her accused of indecent exposure, or are there others? If it is only her, then she would have to carry the shame. Yeah, Cheryl, I think she's not the only one, because he had said to Passy, you can send me from the voice messages we had. What about other girls who have sent it? Why can't you send yours? So I think he's been on it. Who knows how many other girls in the village would have had this encounter with him. And I still don't understand whether they really send the photo direct to him, or while he asked them, do this, undress, do this, and he used his lenses to capture and video them right there, and after download it into his system. So the possibilities, there are two possibilities here. Either they send it to him, or he used his lens to video everything and capture everything, registered everything. And now he's able to use it, to send it out. But he knows what he's doing. That's why he's not sending it out through his own channel. So I think that's the situation right now. So Ntru said, when Marwa chooses to be quiet about something, there's more to the story. I think he's feeling safe in Argentina. Yeah, for now he's feeling safe. But then, if this thing is up and down, and somebody really means to really deal with him, this problem can get to him. Because if they inform Argentinian government, he wouldn't get that passport. I want him to get it. But if he fails to bring sanity to his VVIPs, then he should realize that somebody else can also hit him hard in that angle. He's looking for resident permit, he's looking for a passport too, isn't it? Yeah. You want to destroy your own village, then you go to your safe haven to acquire the passport, and you come back here, then you feel like a king when you haven't even started the procedure, the process too. Somebody can also block that process too. That's what he should know. So I'm not wishing that it should happen, but you should consider the choices that he has made that has destabilized the lives of others. So Calvin said, Passy should expose everything. Let them clean up Yabohanse village. If her nudes were exposed, all other people who are doing the same should be exposed. They all need to stop their nonsense. Yes, it's true, because it's like in African proverb, it said a child is already born in the open market. A child is coming out from the woman, and after you are saying close leg, say what is there to close the leg? So she also has the right to spill out the bean. Yeah, I should spill out the bean. Yeah, because right now, she's not the only one. It's possible other ones too she spoke with said, what is it? Do it for the sake of your children. Do it for the sake of your children. Now she did it for the sake of the children. And now she's the scum of the village. She did it for the children, and now she's a scum. And before he said, why will it take you that you wouldn't do it? Do it for your children. You are alone. And now that she did it, now they all look at her like the devil. How can that be? How can that be possible? You have lots and lots of two double faces human beings. So that's the situation. So now, okay, Manix Passy is not going there. I think she shouldn't go down alone. She should go down with all of them. Let everybody included. Let everybody be included. Shani, yes, everywhere that man goes, the roof leaks. Very telling. Yeah, he has a signature for that. And it's something that will follow him all the rest of his life. Say, passport bro. You never can trust any passport bro. If somebody confesses, yeah, I'm passport bro full time, then you should know what stuff is made of. Rosa, Passy needs to open her eyes that Marwa is the one who is pulling all the strings to destroying her in their hands. Exactly, Kaven. Exactly. Couldn't have been any other person. Exactly. No, Passy should take everything to the police and raise criminal charges. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, everything depends on her if she's prepared to do that. Because Passy today, yes, tomorrow another thing. We don't know. You know, you cannot force her, but she has to be able to wake up by now. If she didn't wake up by now, she has to be able to wake up by now to know that this keeping quiet is not going to take her anywhere. That whatever is left to be told, she has to say it out, give out everything, whatever is left. There's no more hiding place anymore again. You know, they have done the worst to her. Everything is out, so what is there to hide again? Should spill the bean and let the chapter be closed, whether for good or for bad. Because grandpa, whatever he wants, he needs after this, I do not know. And grandpa still needs to clarify himself. He's the one that has dragged Passy into this situation. He's the one that put that pressure on her to send her notes, to open up to her. If you don't do it, I don't pay for your children's school fees. And whereby she went against her will to do that. Even probably after that, she regretted and she wanted to pull back. But there was no way to pull back again. Grandpa wouldn't allow her to pull back. That is where we are today. That's the reason why we are. Probably she made that mistake. And after that, grandpa wants a continuous something. And probably she said, this condition, this one is getting too much. Oh. I won't be able to continue. Then grandpa said, hey, why wouldn't you? You have to. So I think probably something happened in between. So let's see what Carol wrote. Passy was targeted because she can't sue them. Yeah, that's true. Other ladies are able to sue Jane too. So he came for the soft one, as they say. Yeah, that's true. Because they evaluate her vulnerability. A single mother, 4 children. The first thing that comes to her mind daily is food on the table for the kids. As a mother, everyone will understand that. Put on the table first before you think of other things. Then you find these people that give them guidelines on how to get on with all these people. They give them guidelines. You do like this. You do like this. It's like maybe a master class. I don't know whether this was a master class that Kenge was open to, to help people, and yet it wasn't free. Everything condition. They have their own group, WhatsApp group, that deals with issues about this. Donors who will build the house first. After that, the next one. After that, the next one. This is what you do. They have, as I learned, allegedly, a WhatsApp in that village that commands that everything is being commanded by Kenge Empire and his family. They do it. That's it. So Calvin said, come over there. Marwa never hide it. He said to his subscribers, if you come to my villa, walk with your condoms. He said sex is allowed in the forest and also in and around his compound. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So part of he is partly responsible for this because he encouraged them. He brought them there. They came there with his own courtesy of him, because without that, they wouldn't have been in that village. They came there because of him. And that's why everything has a spill this way. So in any talk about the problem, this VVIP problem, Didism, the key is Kenge. And it's also the one that locked and the one that can unlock. So we want to see how this saga is going to end. Okay. Come on. Yes, Kaven, real Sodoma and Godoma. That's true. That's true, Pamela. Pamela, welcome to the house, Marco. Welcome, welcome, welcome. With the suicide rates in the world because of different shames, I hope none of the victims and victimizers will choose that path. Well, I think in Africa, people are strong-willed people. You hardly find people going to that path, to that length of a suicide. It's always extremely difficult because people are used to difficulties, to hardship, hard life, and they survive it from their great grandparents and all that. And they see that sometimes the new generation are even making a little way up, in changing their lives more than how their parents were. So that scenario, sometimes it's very low. It's very low, but it can happen in a modern world. It can happen whereby people want things fast, 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 fast. It can happen. Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that level. If it gets to that level, then it can get that will be whole responsible. Yeah. So that's exactly what it is. So let's see. Shiny Cabernet has nothing to lose. He only has a villa, and by now, with all that rain in the village, the place must be moldy. That swamp has no value. That's true. The swamp has no value. Continued, compared to a massive villa like that in Nairobi or Mombasa. At least he could have put it on Airbnb and he could have made a lot of money out of it. But why he chose to put it there, well, he has his reason. And one of the reasons is what we are seeing here. So that's it. So, and Kevin said, sure, exactly. Sexual is set to destroy Marwa as he destroys Passy. It's playing the long game with Marwa. I think so. I'm very sure because in the future, by and large, they have gained something from him. They used him. He would have been paying them tithes, sort of, so that they give him all this connection with all the women there. So at the end, when he sees that they're trying to bring him down, I think he will, at the end, bring down Kengesu. He will put out everything. You guys remember that post that he pinned and what that post was about, the condemnation that post came with, how heavy it was against him, against Kenge and the family. And yet he pinned it. And later on retracted that, oh, he was new in the YouTube. He doesn't even know how to do this, that. He couldn't have been the one. But for sure, Grandpa did pin that pin. So he could be waiting for Kenge too, because at the end of the day, when he sees that I am down, probably my channel is no more really on and all that stuff, he can come after him. And it will be a tell all tell. So let's keep our ears open. So I see now, let's see him. Okay, and true. Yeah, Shiny the villa is a symbol of Marwa's false image collapsing. It cannot function properly because it's built on lies and slave labor. Yeah, the sweat of his people, Imagine young boys going to this room. Even the sand, he didn't buy the sand and he didn't pay for the workmanship for them just to dig out the sand for the construction of the whole villa without paying. What a lucky guy. Inside himself, he can say, oh, I'm so lucky. I get what I want. That's what it is. So he just continue using them, using them. Hey, Marigold, welcome to the house. I see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Shani said, Camo. The helping is as shaky as a war torn zone. Nothing can land there except his pigeons. Only pigeons? What about the helipad? I think the helipad is coming. The helipad is on. Yeah, NS? Yo, still in the chat. Let us keep going. Ironing. NS. NS. What's happening? What can you say about what's happening in your village now? What do you think? What do you think, NS? Type something. Let's see. Passy is the pawn in Sexiel and Marwa war. What is taking place behind the scenes? Remember, Sexiel said he is military trained. But he's a cook. Lent is a retired cook. Anyway, even if he's a retired cook, it depends if he was registered, if he was employed through the rank and files and later on convert to cook. If you have to see that he's working with a walking stick, because some of them, when they get injured and they don't want to discharge them, completely, then they give them light jobs like that, jobs that wouldn't prompt them to go into, action, just something in the office or something. So, but I noticed that walking stick, and I know it was a military walking stick, and I know probably had a military background. But even then, does that give him the power to treat human beings like that? Does that allow him, exonerate him from being punished for what he has done? No. He needs to take responsibility for all what he's done in that village. I think Choma said, I think Marwa was always skeptical of Cecile, as indicated in his comment on Passy's video. Marwa didn't let Cecile into his cycle. You can tell Cecile was desperate to get in. Egg fixing the road. Yeah, that's true. And he almost got with it. He almost got away with it because people were saying, oh, they named the street Cecil Street, Cecil Boulevard. People. I personally, I thought he was real. Forgive me, guys, because I weigh the age and I weigh his condition, physical condition. I said, oh my God, how did he manage changing flights and to Africa? I said, well, then he really has the mind to help. Then he really wants to help. Oh, that 4-square building he's talking about. He can have a swimming pool there. He can have a small clinic there. He can have table tennis court and lesson, a classroom there to do things and a small theater. So I was excited for the village. I said, oh, at least the village will have something. This is something that will last for a lifetime for the village. Not knowing I was wrong for the first time. Oh my God, when I look at myself today, I said, hey, how could this have passed in my mind without knowing? So this is exactly what is going on. The guy, he came as a good person, but turned out to be the worst you can think of. He refused to leave the scene. He wants to destroy the village that he initially came to help. That was his plan. He said he came to help. But now we discover that he was there just to destroy the village. The intention was not right at all. If the intention was right, when this small story started coming out, he could have run away. He could have run away. But he refused and continue going online, looking for somebody to come against Passy. What had happened between you and Passy? It was between two of you. We are not supposed to be even part of it. We're not supposed to even know about it. You're supposed to have closed the chapter within two of you, where one said, I don't want, the other one said, okay, bye-bye, I move on. That could have been the end of it. But one person insisted, no, you cannot go. One said, I'm going. The other one said, no, you cannot go. This is what it has landed the whole village. This is what it has landed in the whole world. They stabilize everywhere. Rosa, yes, I saw that too. That's why I said she seems unbothered about the scandal. Yeah. What can she do? What can she do? At the end, she get into the house. She's thinking of how to prepare something for the kids. It's not easy. She can't be breaking down psychologically. We may not know. We're not inside her. She can be breaking down. It takes. You never know what people go through. You never know. Marigold said they should name a rock sexual baby oil stone for villagers to scratch their nuts. Yeah. They should. They almost named that street after him when he scraped that road to the villa, so they can have access to deliver the consignment of the goods that he took there. And they almost everybody said, "Oh, Sexy Avenue, Sexy Road." The whole villagers went to look at the place, and they came back. At the end, what do we see now? We see who the real Sexy is. Now we know whom we were dealing with. May God help us. So what did Cabin say again? Let me see. Just like how Marwa have his rights and left a handman taking Jamaican uncle to do certain immoral acts in the village. If Jamaican uncle decide to go after Marwa in the future for his Marwa, he cannot. Yeah, that's it. Because they all know their secret. They all belong to the same gang. Scratch me, I scratch you. But I'm wondering that distance all the way from America. So, and you come here and you said, thank God I've arrived at motherland. So that motherland, you want to destroy your own motherland. You live there, in which there are so many beautiful girls, so many beautiful women, beautiful, educated, everything. You just abandon that side and shift your tent to your motherland that you said, I'm happy. Imagine Jay, you knelt down in front of Kenge's gate and said, thank God I've arrived my motherland. Yes, I'm happy for you that you're back. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. We used to talk before in those days, when we see a lot of problem and all that, we read history of how our brothers were being taken to the Caribbean. We used to even make a public debate in the schools. Why don't the governments in Africa, they have vast land that they should allocate and create a new name for the returnees from those Caribbean countries, from our brothers that they were being taken over there to come back to motherland, establish something, give the place a name, just like what happened in Liberia. You know, like Liberia is made up of slaves from Africa that America sent back after independence, you know, when they gave them, when they abolished slave trade. So they were mainly slaves, you know, that were free, that were sent to establish that Liberia. So we used to, in school debates, we used to write about that. Why don't they give them a land, create something for them, let them come back, give a name, so that whoever feel like coming back to Mother Africa can come back. So now I see somebody still here, you're here, and you said, oh, Mother Africa, I'm here. But at the end, what do you do to this Mother Africa that you were so desperate to come back to embrace, to kneel down, or said, oh, I do a road for them, or I give them to this? At the end, you abuse them, abuse the women, even the children. Because what he's doing to Passy, he's doing it to the children. That's exactly how I see it. He's trying to destroy the lives of children. This is a woman with kids, and those kids will grow up to see that. That will bring another trauma in their lives. So not only destroying Passy's life, he wants to destroy Passy completely, but he's not taken into consideration those children. That is what I'm really concerned about. That's where he has really gone wrong, because he's not supposed to. So Marigold said, Shina, can you say that again? Imagine some women are born to tear women down. Look at Irene with kids. She's scary. Well, that's life. That's life. What can we do? What can we do when things like this continue to happen? Rico, it is only me. I think it comes with age. I guess that I am of that age. I could see a slim ball from a mile. He is no gold, but a piece of a hardened debt. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly who he is. It's one dirty pervert that has been, sorry, who knows how many women he would have harmed in his life without thinking back, without reflecting. He looks somebody that is unable to forgive, to forget. Even if Passy would have wronged him, he could have thought about those kids. The kids are just too young to grow up in this environment. And this is one of them, is a child that you try to help, and you're throwing his own mother under him. So what sort of help were you giving this child? And even, well, at the end, he said to Passy, you don't give me what I want, then I stop the sponsorship. So it means he didn't go there to help the kids. It was just for sexual tourism. Let's put it that way. That's how I see it. So, Rosalie, hello, Rosa. Did I say hello when you came in? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming. Yeah, come on. I think so too. Disappointment is hard to overcome when you're rooting for someone. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But then life must go on. Life must go on. I saw him from a mile too. Yeah, check Choma. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, I think I've read this before. I could see. That's true. And Marigold Fax. Yeah, that's a cherry. That's true. It's cherry from a mile too. Yeah, Camo. Yeah, Rosalie. Exactly. That's true. He told Passy some village women had already sent him nude in his baby oil cup. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So who knows how many village women he would have used at his lenses to capture the video, because it's either they would have sent it to him. There are two scenarios here, or he used his lens, intelligent lens, to capture everything about them. Tell them, oh, stand in that corner, stand in that corner, and carry a hand up. Okay, take this up, and he saw it. Yeah. Well, the nude, almost everybody has seen it, but what can we do? What can we do? So it's terrible, it's terrible, 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 terrible. I checked Chioma, Fakare, because Africa is affordable. He can't do that in Jamaica. Yeah, that's true. He cannot do that in his place. Never. He will never succeed in doing that there. It's affordable here, but you know, one that is really it makes people think they're here for the good. They love Africa. It's wrong to say I'm coming back to Mother Africa, and yet the same Mother Africa supposed to be like your mother, and you're coming to destroy the women there. It's not fair at all. It's not fair, because they are the sponsor. Why is a JU staying so long in the ex villa? Yeah, JU knows he knows what he's doing. But I learned in one of the videos of who said that he was seen in Nairobi with the girls there in the street there, that he was hanging out there. So that one too is not a scent too. Indeed, you can't trust easily. Yeah, if he came to view his channel has grown fair. He's been here in America for 55 years. Oh, that's a hell. 55 years. Yeah, but wait a minute, Sonia. I think Elenti was 55 years then. He would have arrived when he was maybe around 19. Is it in the 80s or something? Maybe in the 80s or something, or 70s or something. Then it could be that 72 or 74 or something. Let's see. 55. Count. 70, 75. What is 75? Okay. 85, 95, 95, 2005, 2015. Then he got there 75. Yeah, I think so. I think so. In the 70s, he went there. Yeah. Ah, may God forgive him, please. May God forgive him for coming to destroy the whole family. The whole, just carry all their heads and jam up and down, make the whole village, turn it upside down. Nobody trusts any person again. They have lost their serenity. Everything is out. Rosa, Jamaican uncle, is trying to secure his money. That is already gone, and he don't realize it. He thinks that being around Marawa village, he would really get the land that Marawa fake gifted him. Yeah, it's true. It can be true, or it can be, well, he knows what he wants. He knows what he's doing there. He knows what he's doing there. But I think nobody should underrate what he's doing there. His presence there must be something behind that presence, because if not, you won't leave the comfort of your house to come here. This is a remote place. What are you really doing there? You don't have any family member, like Christmas time that is supposed to be with your family, and you're here in one village. What are you doing there? It's strange. It's strange. Okay, Sonia. So I think we'll start rounding up now. Thank you guys for coming to my show. Nairobi teacher, I cite you. I cite you. I think who and who? Rosalie, thank you very much. Marigold, thank you for showing up. Carven, Marigold, what did Marigold say? Carven, crazy. That land issue is a myth. I wonder if he's paying for his stay there. I think he's paying. You think any person will stay in Kenge's villa without paying? That guy charges for everything. So I'm very sure he's paying for it. So Tina, thank you very much for coming. Dr. Cherry, Rosalie, Fakere, thank you for coming. Marigold, Sonia, Adventure, thank you. B2, thank you very much. Kaven, thank you very much. Tina, Fakere again. Rosalie, Mario, Dr. Cheryl, thank you very much for coming. So Shiny, thank you very much. Please don't forget, Camo, Marigold, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. And let's see next time. Can I play you guys a little music?
The world is watching you. Don't sell your soul for dollars. Don't sell your dignity for dollars. Don't sell your morals for dollars. Don't sell your body for dollars. Don't sell your soul for views. You got to chase those crazy vultures with their gifts and donation out of the village. You got to chase those crazy vultures with their bad intention out the village. It's not all that glitter is gold. Protect the widows. Protect the young village girls. Protect the young village boys. Protect the village children. They who worship vanity and no love for humanity shall feel the pain again and again. The who worship silver and gold and dollar shall surely lose their soul. Yabuansi, I am praying.
Thanks. Okay, bye-bye everyone, bye-bye everyone, bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye everyone. So we see you again in the next episode. Thank you all for coming. I'm so happy. I'm so glad to have had you on board. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. Bye.